mic ain't shit. This mic ain't shit.
Testing.
Hey, Bazillion, you make this beat?
You know it's valid if your boy Junior made it.
It's the money. It's the lifestyle. The cars.
we in the building. I'm not sure why your vocals sound so bad and low on your John. So maybe you're not talking into your mic. I mean, on the side of it. But something is not right. But no. Before you do this, let's just jump into it so the folks can see the what's popping on the screen. Yes, man.
To this mass shooting. Police say it appears the shooter was targeting black people.
Breaking news out of Jacksonville. Moments ago, we learned the name of the gunman who opened fire in a Dollar General store, killing 3 people.
Yeah, we have his photo. Authorities identified the shooter as 21-year-old Ryan Christopher Palmer. He had no criminal history prior to this mass shooting. Police say it appears the shooter was targeting black people. ABC's Alex Brachet has details on this hate crime investigation.
This morning, Jacksonville, Florida, the latest scene of hate and violence in America. Police say early Saturday afternoon, a gunman walked into this Dollar General in the predominantly black neighborhood of Newtown, wearing a tactical vest, armed with an AR-15 style rifle and a handgun, and opened fire, killing 2 men and 1 woman before turning the gun on himself. All of his victims black.
This is tough. This is home.
Jacksonville sheriff says the alleged gunman was motivated by a disgusting ideology of hate.
This shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people.
The FBI now investigating the shooting as a federal hate crime.
The people in this community, they're hurting, and they have every right to. You know, this makes no sense. I am very, very angry right now.
Law enforcement has not yet publicly identified the alleged shooter, but officials say he lived with his parents in neighboring Clay County. And at 1:18 Saturday, he texted his father telling his dad to check his computer. By 1:53 p.m., the suspect's family called to alert the Clay County Sheriff's Office, but by that time, the shooting had already started. The mayor saying the gunman's writings made reference to a mass shooting at a Jacksonville video game tournament that killed 2 and injured nearly a dozen exactly 5 years ago to the day.
We must do everything that we can. We must do everything that we can to dissuade this type of hate.
Saturday's shooting more than a year after that racially motivated shooting at Tops Supermarket in Buffalo, New York, which left 10 people dead and wounded 3 others. And this morning, ABC News learning the alleged gunman may have also planned to target a nearby historically black university. An Edward Waters University security guard spotted him near the campus library. That guard engaging and forcing the alleged shooter to drive away.
We feel tremendously blessed that this crisis did not extend to the Edward Waters University campus.
The White House says President Biden has been briefed on this shooting, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has called the shooting a cowardly act. Alex Brachet, ABC News, Jacksonville, Florida.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content.
So y'all already see what's going on, bro. And there's a couple ways to take this. Like I said, you could take your line down. You could want somebody to feel sorry for you and say, oh, racially motivated. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't want it to be no race war because I don't think it's a bunch of racist white people out here. I think it's some white people that want to be by themselves. I think it's some black people that need to be by themselves. But I couldn't imagine this is a mass thing. Couldn't imagine a lot of people have this mindset. I don't think so. I don't think so. But it seems to happen a lot with these guys. And they seem to be continuously motivated about the previous shooting. Right? I think we have to, and I don't want to say do anything rash. You don't want to do anything rash. But there may be a concept, or there may be an idea, there may be a theory to put forward when you look at it and you say, yo, every time one of these boys kill us, for some reason they got a goddamn previous historian they telling you about. I did this because I love Andrew Jackson. He's my favorite. Oh, what the fuck is Brett talking about? You know Andrew Jackson. Shout out to you, bro. Yo, I did this because Dylan Roof did it to you guys, and you guys did nothing. What? This dude right here. I did it because the 2018 shooting. I got mad. Right, that was the one with the white boy David Katz. He was a previous winner. And I remember that situation. That was a little bit before COVID. COVID hit us, kind of took us to another level. But that white boy that happened with that he played Madden. It was a Madden game and tournament, I think, and he won it. He won it before, but he wasn't winning this year, and he was going through a lot of depression. There's something wrong with that white boy. But long story short, he end up right and motivating this little weak fart. So now they're not even scared about you killing them. They got a mission in their head. They almost like suicide bombers now at this point, bro. I'll take a couple out, take myself out, dude. Take 6 of them out, take me out. That's good. That's even. I speak about the Soledad brothers. I speak about the Soledad brothers for a very specific reason, because they did the 1 down, 2 to go, 3 to go, 4 to go. Whatever the number of people to go, they was like, yo, them to go. Meaning that, yo, you killed 5 of ours. We killed 1 of yours. What you mean? What you mean is even. 4 more to go. Not saying that I will be pushing something like that or before something like that. I'm saying there's not a lot of racists that I think. I don't think there's a lot of white people out there with these crazy ideology where they just at you. I don't think so. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I don't know what's going on. But I don't think white people like that. I think white people are fun loving and they need to be by themselves. Just like black people are fun loving and they need to be by themselves. It's just right, cultural differences causes these weird things where you in a brand or something and just a cultural difference, he's scared of you. And it's like, bro, this whole time I've been playing with you, bro. Right? You should have been telling me you was scared, because I was scared of you. We both scared of each other, now we harming each other. Well, you really harming me, because I'm scared of you. I ain't really trying to do nothing to you. It's you. But for some reason, you're scared of me. I always make you want to kill me. Yo, I'm scared of you, I gotta kill you, bro. This nigga right here, one of them scary, strong niggas, right? So, I'm not sure, but I think we gotta have a little different reaction at times. Not on this one. I don't want people to do crazy stuff, but I think next time, we gotta change the narrative. We gotta get back to the arm yourself or harm yourself narrative. Why? Because it'll be super important. Why would it be super important? Because if you look at it like this, simple and plain. White boy walk into a Dollar General. He think he gonna shoot somebody. Hey, black guys, niggers, whatever he said, something racist, something racially motivated. You take your cannon out and you blast his goddamn head off. Blow! Then now the other black people come with they shotguns, blast his head off. Blow, blow, blow. Next bro come. Blow. Everybody come and just blow his head off. Why? Not because you were evil, not because you're overkill, but because you want the next white guy to understand that we're not doing anything because we think it's cool. We're not doing anything because we think that y'all gonna change. But y'all keep doing the same shit, And look, bro, I think we have to change the reactions. The reason why they keep doing it because they know what we're gonna do. So much so, some of them kill themselves, some of them turn themselves. It's a goofy situation now with these niggas. These niggas, it's goofy, bro. I don't know if they serious, but I thought this situation was interesting. I heard a lot of people saying, yo, be vigilant, be on alert, watch out, blah, 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 blah. That's a daily. All right, you should always be vigilant. You should always be alert. I don't necessarily know if that's going to change the situation because I don't know if that's our problem at this point. We're dealing with some sinister folks. We're dealing with some people that don't even want to even do business. Right? They're not here to do business as fair human beings, right? So I think even us trying to even talk to them and have fair conversation and just dialogue with them it's backwards, right? Because every time something happened, they tell you about why they did it was because something else happened. It's like, bro, what are you talking about, dude? It had nothing to do with me. Yeah, it do, bro. You was a part of the system that had something to do with a part of the system that had something to do with me. I don't know nothing about what you got going on, bro. Ah, man, you know what I got going on. Nobody knows what you have going on, brother. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is these people coming up to us with these crazy claims? And then when we tell them, yo, we don't know what you're talking about, they get upset. Feel like we say, oh, what do you mean you don't know? We don't know what you're talking about, bro. You crazy. You're bipolar, bro. You schizophrenic. I'm not trying to just label you with a bunch of random names, bro, but you're telling me about something that happened in 2008, bro? 2018 at a Madden fucking game, bro? You tripping. But, you know, you don't care because you gone. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to stop letting them even want to do it. They should be scared to even do it. But they keep doing it because they say, yo, worst kind of worst, I'm going to go to jail. I'm going to be locked up in jail for life. I'm going to be a kingpin in there. And if worst don't come to worst, I'll just kill myself and I'll be a legend in hell, wherever I'm going. White boys don't care about hell. You can't trick no white boy. Oh, you going to go to hell, white boy. Oh. Send me, dude. I'm already in hell, man. I'm not trying to be racist towards y'all, but I just don't really think y'all necessarily care about being in hell. Because everything y'all do is just crazy. So, like, even when I hear people saying, yo, black people commit a lot of crime, maybe black people gotta stop harming each other. I understand that. That's fair. I completely understand that, to be quite exact. But, bro, I don't know. Maybe I gotta look at the stats again. How often are we just randomly, bro, just fucking with them people, bro? These people always find a way to mass shoot you. To just get on some random shit one day like, yo, I'm tired of all this black annihilation. What the fuck, bro? You the majority of the population. What are you talking about? Like, I be super confused about what that group of people be talking about. That's what I'm saying, bro. We're at war with principalities, bro. These are not human beings, bro. These are people that's actually doing the right shit. That's why the Most High say he'll rock with them more so. Because they got a servant. They not really holy people, but they're following their wisdom. And you're not following your wisdom, so you lack it the bread. So I thought this was an interesting story. Like I said, I see a lot of people getting scared and being worried. Oh, they doing it to us again. And I'm like, yo. Every time we react like this, like they doing something to us, instead of being like, hold on, who did this? Matter of fact, you know why we technically so fake scared of them? Because when they used to lie on us, they used to find a random black dude, yo, he raped me. We all know nobody ain't raped nobody. Man, they came to your neighborhood with tiki torches and white fucking cloth uniforms looking funny. But they came to burn, throwing fucking tiki torches at your goddamn house and all type of crazy shit these white boys did, bro. It's the same thing. You have to stop. Oh, I'm so angry. You got, ma'am, arm yourself or harm yourself. We just seen a black brother try to do it and not fucking around. See what happened to him. So that's also a concept too, right? Where you may think you can talk your shit and defend your people. You could defend your people as far as your people willing to be defended. That's just simple and plain. If the people come to you and they like, yo, we're not willing to go to war, then you can't defend them that much because ultimately everything is determined by power. Right? So it's all about force. I hear people talking about India landing on the south side of the moon. And oh, shout out to India. I told y'all about that. But the significance is necessarily not as significant as you may think it is because force is what really runs shit. Shout out to India, though. They was out there running some shit. Not running nothing like taking over, but it was running fast. They gave their heart. Had a lot of heart in the event. Oh, alright, boom. There's Moody. See Moody up there. What Moody so happy about?
People are applauding. Let us all very Department of Space and Chairman ISRO, Shri S. Somnath. indicates that till now the performance has been nominal. We are in the
बहुत ही गर्व की बात है। हिंदी में एक कहावत है कि चंदा मामा दूर के, लेकिन अब हम ये कह सकते हैं कि चंदा मामा अपने घर के।
Alright, I'm about to send Empress this little. Let me see if I can send this clip. I have something on Free Fry for sure, but I wanted to send a couple of things about Biden. And really about Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is who we thought he were. A piece of work. A piece of work. And they're gonna say that he for the poor, he for this, he for that. No, I end up not sending it because. Oh man, I can send it there. Oh, amazing! I forgot. I was gonna try to send it to you to something else, so I didn't even go through with it. Perfect though. You just reminded me. So I'm gonna send you Bernie first. That first Bernie should be there.
Okay, guys. Bernie Sanders, progressives must unite behind Biden against Trump threat. This article was written by Rebecca Faulkner. All right, this is an image of Senator Bernie Sanders. He speaks to reporters outside the White House in July. All right, Senator Bernie Sanders, who is a representative in Vermont, defended his endorsement of President Biden's 2024 re-election campaign Sunday after being criticized by third-party progressive candidate Cornel West. Okay, driving the news. Sanders was asked on NBC News Meet the Press whether he thinks there should be a robust discussion on this on the left if there were a competitive primary. Sanders responded that there has to be a unification of progressive people, given that former President Trump could potentially be the Republican presidential candidate, whom he described as an authoritarian and a very, very dangerous person. He told...
So, right, y'all already see the path Professor Bernie going down.
Yes.
Old-ass Bernie. Making up old-ass statements, saying old-ass shit about old-ass things that mean nothing. That's what Bernie doing right now.
You could touch it.
Touch Bernie? I don't want to touch Bernie.
No, the quote.
I can't touch the quote, bro. The quote right here, bro. They see Bernie.
Okay,
see, man.
thank you.
I can't even touch him. I can't even show him where my quote is at, bro.
Ooh.
The quote right here, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, that brother Bernie, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you, though. We all voted for Bernie thinking that he was for the fucking people, bro. I think Bernie care more about being progressive than being for the people. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think he care about the name of progression than he cares about actually helping the people, bro. Because he knows, everybody knows. I don't know, maybe everybody don't know. I don't know what world y'all living in. The man just called Trump authoritarian. He said he uses authority. So he called him authoritarian. Like a pescatarian, that's what he called him, man. But nevertheless, who is forcing shit on you? Oh, a very, very dangerous person. Who took your Mali? Did y'all see those guys in Mali? No, I'm not getting there yet. Cause when I get there, I got videos for you. But they was in Mali. Over a year ago, they was there. Their whole clique was in Central Africa. They are pointless human beings, bro. You gotta stop thinking that they're gonna do something positive for the folks, bro. These are nonsensical beings. Nonsensical beings. Just think about what we actually seeing. This man Bernie saying, yo, blah, 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 blah. And not because he's saying Biden is good. He's saying, yo, we just got to stick together as progressives. Yeah, we got to, because Trump is very dangerous. He authoritarian, bro. He an author, bro. He trying to control, like, huh? Yo, there was just a fire just recently, and your favorite president just sent some money to the wrong people. Did you not see that, bro? What are you talking about? What are you so concerned about that? Trump is, like, what do you mean more dangerous for who? The American people? I ain't the greatest Trump voter, probably. But, bro, who else? Who else out here saying some real shit? Vivek? Shout out to Vivek. Vivek says real shit. DeSantis, DeSantis, he in Florida, bro. He's saying some real life shit. Niggas hating on DeSantis, though. But nevertheless, bro, it's a fire in Maui, bro. The man ain't show up to Maui. He ain't show up to Mali. He ain't show up to Burkina Faso. He ain't show up to none of the investments they got over there. Matter of fact, he didn't even show up to Niger. And I got to fill y'all in on Niger. Because all I'm going to feel, that's my main story. That's my bread and butter for the rest of the, until Niger going on. Right now, ECOWAS is gearing up. Remember, at first they were saying, we got to think about it. Can't really attack another African brother. And we basically slave catchers at this point. But hey, they turned their badge over and they said, yo, we slave catchers at this point. So yeah, ECOWAS is now gearing up to actually, I guess, get into some type of physical combat with Niger. And that's why I brought Mali in. That's why I brought Burkina Faso in, because they're both definitely in it. And then with them being in it, you might get Wagner, or we should really say Russia at this point, right? Because Putin has met with Burkina Faso and different people like that, and he has a lot of respect and a lot of adulation, as they'll say. He got a lot of adulation for the young president of Burkina Faso. And if the young president of Burkina Faso was now back in Niger, then, right, I could just see how a lot of this stuff would make a lot of sense. And based on resources, right, resources could create new friends also, right? You probably have friends with North Korea. That'd be something terrible for the West. So that's another thing I was saying. I don't think Biden really checking up on his investments. I think he making new ones. Or maybe he don't got nothing to do with them investments. Like, y'all give a fuck about Mali and Burkina Faso over there? Did you see me make those investments, man? No, bro. Hunter worked in Ukraine for this whole time. What are you talking about, dude? So maybe I'm tripping. So maybe Biden got the business logics and everything down. But this is what I'm saying about Bernie, though. This is why I say he's questionable. Because he's literally supposed to be for the people. Like, if you thought about Bernie, you say, yo, Bernie, da-da-da-da. Everybody wanted Bernie. It was like, yo, Bernie better than Biden. If they would have gave us Bernie, would have chose Bernie over Trump. Easy. We'd never even experienced Trump because Bernie was solid. But now think about it. Bernie, that ran on something completely different on what Biden been on the whole time, is still supporting Biden. You got to watch these politicians, bro. Especially when they get real old. Maybe dementia set in, they start forgetting. Biden, I love Joe. No, bro. Remember yesterday you told me you're enjoying cool? Oh, yeah, I don't like Joe. 10 minutes later, hey, man, I love Joe. Dude, you told me yesterday that you and Brett not cool. Remember, he lied about this. Yeah, man, you told me you don't like the fact that he keep on giving the money to the Ukraine situation. Come on, bro. You don't remember none of this? That's how Bernie is, bro. So you got to be very careful of Bernie and very mindful of Bernie. But, yo, this is despicable, to say the least. Somebody that stood on damn near free everything. You was almost for sure free college, brother. You was almost for sure for forgive debt and all type of crazy stuff that I thought was sensible. And now look at you. Now the neocons got you, brother. Now you over there trying to take stuff away, trying to tell us why Biden is this good man. Crazy guy. But I ain't gonna beat the dead horse, but I do want y'all to pay attention to Bernie, though. Pay attention to Bernie. Matter of fact, Empress, because it's something else. I think like a couple more paragraphs. I don't want you to read the whole thing.
Okay. He told NBC's Chuck Todd that progressives need to be united to make sure that women control their own body, that we deal with climate change, and that we represent the needs of the working class of this country and take on the billionaire class.
Right. So, like I said, and there is, I guess you could say it's antidotes. Because I've seen a bunch of people come in. I was talking to some people earlier. I was planning on interviewing them. Matter of fact, I might even put a clip up. I got a bunch of little different clips. But nevertheless, the different angles that I was hearing, it was some people like, yo, I fought with Trump. Under Trump, I had more job opportunities. I made more money than I could ever make. It was da-da-da, contracts out the wazoo. I necessarily didn't ask him why he felt like there was more contracts, but that was one of his things that he said. I talked to somebody else. He said he's rocking with Biden because he's tired of the hate. I was confused by that, but like I said, I'm just taking all the data. Another bruh said, yo, I can't rock with Biden because of, he came to me and told me basically my job ain't my job if I ain't got a job. Right, so I end up not getting the job. So he told me I ain't got no job. So that really hurt my pocket. So I ain't rocking with Biden no matter what he do. Some people like, yo, yeah, he locked me down. My people's blah, blah, blah passed during that situation. I ain't get to see him. I ain't rocking with bro. There is different angles. But most of the people I see rocking with him is rocking with him on the same reason why Sanders rocking with him. Man, you gotta be careful. The next man that come up is very, very dangerous. All right, what about the bro we dealing with, though, that's sending money to Ukraine, and it's just been a big major fire in Maui, which is a part of the United States, and I'm confused. I think a lot of that money you sent over there could have went to the poor black people that you cut off goddamn food stamps. I'm a little bit confused, right? When y'all threw all these work, we can't be giving people stuff free. Put the work requirements in, and all you Republicans agree with. Oh, put the work requirements in. Shut up. Shut up. People should get stuff free because one reason. First of all, nothing that they get is a standard, meaning that it's not for living. People get shit below standard of living, so they can't even buy a house even if they work every goddamn day. So your system don't work anyway, so we don't even got to talk about your system. But people should get shit free for these reasons. Bro, production is being produced by the people, bro. The more the people are able to touch, bro, the more production the people are able to do, bro. And I'm seeing that y'all stingy with the production budget. But hey, keep on doing it. Keep doing that shit you're doing. See where it gets you. See, look, they can't hear me. How do they hear you? You see? Is my mic moving though? Like, go down to my Ross. Absolutely. No, go down to Ross mic. I want to see how. All right, so he is moving, but you can't hear him. See, he's not being picked up in my mic. I think. I don't know, bro, but I can't hear him.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, because I'm talking to my mic now. But if I'm behind my mic, you shouldn't be able to hear me.
That's how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's still moving on this. I'm trying to figure out what is it picking up. Yeah, but it's supposed to actually cancel everything out that's behind us. So everything from this point back should not be heard by this mic. But it's a little confusing. But like I said, we're just gonna listen to the audio back. The one that you listened to earlier, you didn't hear a bunch of double doubles. And that was the one that we did the system with also, so should be actually good. See, yeah, because they can't hear me on the side, really, but I can't hear me on the side. So I'm not sure if it's picking up, because like I said, the audio bars are still necessarily moving, but I shouldn't, well, I guess you probably can still hear me, but it shouldn't sound too good. Oh, you're not ready for me. But I got something for y'all while y'all out there. This song might be loud, so let me turn it down. Oh, this is my mic. I can put my mic down to green. And just have some in the background.
Alrighty, guys. So meanwhile, Sanders responded on CNN Sunday to West's remarks that the Vermont senator was backing Biden because he's fearful of neo-fascism of Trump. Where I disagree with my good friend of Cornel West is I think in these really very difficult times where there is a real question whether democracy is going to remain in the United States of America, Sanders said on CNN's State of the Union, I think we've got to bring the entire progressive community to defeat Trump or whoever the Republican nominee will be and support Biden. That is the conclusion.
Yeah, see, like I said, I ain't got no problem with it, Burn, but I'm just telling you, bro, that's just idealistic. That doesn't seem like it's beneficial for the country or for the whole. So if this shit just a game of politics, this is what the people is talking about that we're kind of tired of, which is why Trump kind of ran a mockery on y'all boys, because y'all thought it was a game. Mm-hmm. We don't want that type of bullshit, bro. There's no way he's helping the people. He's sending money to Ukraine, bro. He's not helping the people, dude. Stop saying that, bro. What is wrong with you? How old you is? You 99? Man, you got 99 problems, bro, but thinking ain't one, bro. And I don't want to disrespect you because you're a brilliant brother, and I love when you was running on some righteous causes. But right now, bro, your roots are like twigs, bro. Them shits get blown. You have no foundation, no groundation, OG. You're switching it up on us. Why? You ain't gotta switch it up, bro. You told us what you was rocking when we heard you. But now, what you rocking with? You rocking with Biden. And not because you rocking with Biden, you didn't even say all these great policies. You could have been like, man, he's one of the best presidents. Everything he's doing going crazy. You saying that us as progressives need to stick together because we do not want Trump to get in. Come on, bro. Type of shit that is you saying in public. That's what I'm saying. We let people say any type of crazy stuff to us, and we be like, oh, it ain't nothing wrong. He just said that he doesn't care about the public. It's because he don't want Trump to win. Is that not grand open, grand closing? What the hell is a politician talking about? This nigga could have possibly been president. And he think it's okay to send money to Ukraine while niggas in Maui going through a crazy ass situation. Maybe I'm tripping, bro, but I watched a couple of videos earlier. Episode, what you checking out right now?
I know you was talking about ECOWAS coming about.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna jump into them, but
I wasn't sure if it was something down here neither, because these are the same articles.
Ooh, I could definitely. No, for real? Damn.
From what I'm seeing.
No, there is. No, there is. Actually, yeah, this would be a CNN one. Maybe they duplicated my copy. But I send it to you. But over here, you can run the Maui one. It's really it's short but long, but it's just really a short.
History?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's a short clip. Nah, just go down. It should be right there. And I'm not sure if Maui gonna bring it up. It should be right there. Right there. That's the dude right there. We'll go down there. Let me see if you got the first one I was just looking at. Exactly. That traffic jam one, I wanted to run by that one too, because that's also a backup. That's going to some price increases. Maybe better for Taco Tuesday, but I just want to skim over it. Exactly. See what I'm going now? Yeah, I think that one that I initially watched, he took it, he unlisted it or something. So go up and just go to his page. That page that you just passed. Yeah, if you can go to that page. Yeah, the videos. The one I just watched. Yeah, that's it. See, I think he did was re-upload and change the title. That's a different title, but I think that's the video right there.
HawaiiRealEstate.org coming to you live from Lahaina Luna neighborhood.
Shout out to OG. He changed the title for clickbait, but nah, this ain't nothing bad. But he trying to galvanize the people. He's trying to galvanize the people, and what he was saying in one of the first videos, he's like, bro, I don't want to hear all that fucking laser and all that crazy shit, bro. That's nonsensical shit, bro. Let's get serious and let's try to help the people. But now, you see him. And I think it's more so clickbait, right, to kind of get the people in. And he is, because this is like this is like 2 weeks now, bro. He's now questioning it. At first, he was like, yo, shut up, bro. That's nonsense. It was a fire, bro. Let's try to figure out. At this point, bro, he's really, really trying to figure out, is there evidence of a direct energy weapon? Let's try to see why he's saying something so crass.
All of his originals.
That's what I do.
Sorts. We just don't know what it is.
Alright, so right here, this is what he's starting off with. He's starting off with this automobile before he spans out and shows you the greater scenery. But right behind him, you can see a full house, right, Empress?
Yes.
So there's a full house fully intact right behind him. I'm talking about multiple houses fully intact. This is where the fire happened. So he's going to show you how the fire seems to be odd, seems to be direct. But even with the aluminum and a lot of things that are melting off this automobile, you start thinking, okay, well, how hot? Right? And I'm going to pull it up for you, right? I'm going to pull up the melting points of these different materials that they may have, just to kind of see it. Are we tripping? Is it okay for the fire to be this hot and right here in this direct spot? So let's just check them out.
Hey, aloha guys, Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org, coming to you live from Lahaina Luna neighborhood, Maui, Hawaii. Citizens impromptu reporter, wasn't planning on doing this, but this is what we're doing, and I'm thankful to have a Starlink from David Crawford, and we're here reporting on what I believe is potentially a smoking gun of sorts. We just don't know what it is, but I'm going to show you the scenario of this car and what's surrounding it and how temperatures could reach this level, creating this amount of melting of aluminum. I'm here with Donovan. He is I believe a hero of sorts. Aloha, Donovan. Because he was the one that brought it to my attention that we have these very strange occurrences. We just shot down on the highway. I don't know if it was actually live, but we have it all recorded, so we're going to post it. We're at another one of these locations. So this is well above the burn zone, essentially, in a neighborhood known as Lahaina Luna. I'm going to show you around real quick so you can see the scenario and then judge for yourself. And again, if you enjoy content like this, I encourage you to please like the channel, subscribe, and share the video so you can get the truth of what's going on here at Maui. So where I'm at right now, just to orientate you, you can see the lights for the football stadium right there at Lahaina Luna. So we're right below Lahaina Luna High School in the neighborhood that did not, I repeat, did not burn. You can see all these houses are standing around here, unburned. There's no burn here, okay? So to me, this is like something out of a space movie, because you have this small field with some grass that burned, right? You can see where the grass burned. but then you have these two vehicles sitting in here that have melted
yeah, it's
aluminum. So Donovan, if you want to just take us through this car real quick and show us, I know you know a few things about cars, you can point out some things that require a very high temperature. By the way, we just talked to the neighbor who was talking to an investigator in Lahaina Town yesterday, and he said the investigator told him the temperatures reached in excess of 3,000 degrees. So tell us what you got, Donovan.
Well, we have about 300 degrees for aluminum, and this
300?
1,300.
1,300, okay, thank you.
1,300, well 1220, but if you round it up, because it was not only melted, it was liquefied to the point where it became a river of aluminum going down the dirt hill.
So this is the aluminum rim, obviously. There's the tire, what's left of it, the steel threads or steel belts.
And maybe combination gas tank if the gas tank's aluminum.
Okay, okay. So you have liquefied aluminum running down the side of a grass fire.
The caliper melted, unless they stole it, but it looks like the bolts are still there. So that, and then you get the steel belts of the tire, which is just a bunch of a wire mesh laying there, and you have the windows that were melted, the back window. If you look at the big old, like almost like
the glass is just melted.
Yeah, it was
dripping.
This is almost what you would see if you put a car in an incinerator.
But this is not surrounded by a bunch of structure fires or anything.
Yeah, there's no fuel.
So besides the gas that was in the tank, what's your theory on what could create temperatures of this level in the middle of a field?
Anomaly, I think is the word.
So this is the second anomaly.
Yeah, it's just that's why I stopped. I looked at it, I'm like, okay, house. Nothing's burned, and then you have melted steel and glass, and then the only thing that is left is the steel, the thick steel frame, and then the steel sheet metal.
So I don't know if you guys have figured this out yet, but the media has not been given access to Lahaina Town. Everything is locked up. Matter of fact, this gentleman next door, he was on Front Street yesterday and he was supposed to get access, and then the mayor shut it down because people were taking pictures. So they don't want pictures taken of anything in Lahaina Town.
Public. The public
they don't want you
is
to
not
see
able
this,
to visit
would be
this
my
town.
guess.
So in order to
Because the
visit
more
this
that you
town,
take a
you
look at
technically
this,
gotta
and
live
especially in this
here, or
scenario, if
whatever
there was
the
a car like
situation
this in
may
the
be.
middle of
So
Lahaina, you might think to yourself, well, okay.
this is just what he's speaking on. They're not allowing the public in. So people that's watching this video, watching brother's video, Baba might just link it. Make sure this is something that you pay attention to, right? The Most High say, give earnest to the things that you hear, lest you forget them. So just make sure something like this, something that's so tragic, you treat this like 9/11 for them folks. Never forget, right? Never forget when them folks ask Biden, yo, what just happened in Maui? Any comment? No, don't forget any of it. When you go to the polls, and it's the ballot or the bullet, remember you had Biden.
Steel belts which actually fall apart like
so yeah, just and the melting point for a couple of these things, like he said, around 1,200 for aluminum, but yeah, for I think pure aluminum, right? Aluminum oxide, probably about run you about 2,053. Sand about 1,500, 1,550. Cast iron about 1,200. Uranium about 1,100, so 1,133. Gold is a little less than that at 1,063. Aluminum bronze is less than that, which is 1,040. So the highest aluminum that they could have possibly had is aluminum oxide, which necessarily don't make too much sense for it to be in the whip too much. But glass is at 700, right? And magnesium, well, not that, I don't do magnesium. Glass at 700. Aluminum is at 758. So these are the temperatures, and these are Celsius I'm looking at. Let me double check. Yeah, so these are Celsius that I'm looking at. This is Celsius. So gold melts at 1,063 degrees Celsius. I told you. But glass is 700 degrees Celsius. Aluminum is 658 degrees Celsius. All right, so Celsius, we don't use Celsius though in America, right? We use Fahrenheit.
Yes.
All right, so our shit. So that mean that John even way higher, right? So they probably write 1200.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. If you was thinking about it, not John, but yeah. So necessarily, why would it be so hot that the glass is melted and gone, and also the aluminum? Like I said, aluminum isn't crazy. It's not like it's graphene or like something to that effect, tungsten or something that actually conducts heat well. And you know, bro, why was it so? And maybe you could say, yo, it's the fire. What you mean, T? Why was it fucking so hot? That's a stupid question. Yeah. All right, play the video just so I can show y'all that it's literally in the middle of the field. How did it get here? It's not even a problem about it actually happened. How did it get here?
Start sharing this video.
Look what it did to the steering wheel. I mean, all it is the steering column.
We the people is all we got left here. And the more we get the word out and the more people start seeing this crazy anomaly, and we're seeing it in a lot of different places. Donovan here has been on a scooter. He was at the scene of the crime the day of the fire. He was helping people, rerouting them away from Lahaina, as the cops had not blocked the southbound traffic until you got almost to Front Street.
Grass.
And notice the green grass here. Now, it's only been 2 weeks. I don't know if that's 2 weeks.
2 weeks of growth?
Is that 2 weeks of growth? We have green grass. You think is that 2 weeks of growth? Okay, maybe it is. But there's a lot of green grass here. I don't know.
Yeah,
someone tell me, how fast does grass grow? Is that 2 weeks of growth? Someone dumped some trash in there, right?
And Empress, because I know you grow grass. So as an expert on grass growing, do you think that's about 2 weeks of grass? We can't hear you.
No.
And why are you saying that? Because like I've seen you cut the yard sometime, and you saying if you cut the yard on a Friday, if you cut the yard on a Monday, you said next Monday it ain't gonna be no grass really growing up no more.
Well, it depends on weather. So if they're saying that they've been watering this ground for, let's say, 2 weeks straight to kind of take the fire out, it's more so believable. But if that's not the case, then this just looks like a plant that got missed.
And then
who did that? It's kind of weird.
Some nice people.
Some nice people.
Yeah.
But if you don't share this,
it's like it's patchy. Like, why is it necessarily growing like that? Where it's like one little stuff coming up here, one little John coming up way on the other side of the car. Like,
yeah, you already know my theory. My theory is the Transformers. They dropped that science on us about the human eye not being able to see what was going on in their reality, and I think that's what it is.
this story, I don't know who will, man. Someone's got to start putting this out to the people that can help. I've had people tell me, hey, you guys got to go do something. Really? We just got like a little 5G back and it doesn't even work. Every phone call we make drops. Right? Do you hear what's going on here? Are you hearing me loud and clear? They are creating a situation where it's impossible for us to communicate. Right now, I'm on a Starlink that's in the back of my truck over there. Thank you, David Crawford. So that's the reason I'm able to transmit this message, assuming you're getting it. If you're not, I have it recorded, and I will post it after we go live.
See if you can get down and let's see inside the motor.
Run that back, cause that's interesting. You ain't got to put on. No, you ain't got to put on the screen, cause I'm gonna transition.
Does this the hood come up?
Oh, the motor's melted.
The motor's gone.
It looks like the block is melted.
Run it back.
Does the hood come live? If you're not, I have it.
And then pause that. You gotta go back a little bit, but don't worry about that right now, because what I want you to fixate on is a scripture that I always speak on. even if you go right into my Proverbs, it'll be right there. If you just go back. So now go back. Literally go back. Yeah, you could go. I don't know why you don't like it going back. Alright, cool. Right now, I wouldn't read that ESV because I ain't with the ESV situation. Can you go to the KJV from Corinthians? The brother is stressing communication, Empress. We're not able to communicate the message. Make sure whoever gets this message communicates this message. Right? We're not able to communicate the message. We can't call, blah, blah, 5G ain't working, this dropping, towers down. Brother said the only thing sound to him. Shout out to Tesla. Shout out to Tesla. Shout out to Elon. Shout out to Elon. But yeah, let me just hear that first part so the people can understand what's going on.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33.
That's just bad communications that he's talking about. So we might jump back in the video, but when the brother said that we can't 5G, blah, 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 can you hear me? Like, his whole thing is, those who got ears here, they're stopping our communications. Those who have ears here, right? It's not that I'm just saying shit is down because the fire happened. I'm saying something seems suspicious here. And I don't want to get into the conspiracy game or nothing funny, but something seems suspicious here. Let's get to the bottom of it, is all the brother's saying. But I did want to read that scripture. That's why I had that Empress was willing to do that amazing job. But the concept is, bro, evil communication corrupts. If you can't get the message out fully, it corrupts the message. So now the next person get the message like, yeah, bro, in Maui, them people, yeah, bro, in Maui, I seen a nigga over there, bro, he talking to the people, and I think he said his 5G working, but his 4G not. So like, if he not on 5G, so I think they want us on the 5G now because it's like they're trying to manipulate our brain. No, he didn't say that. See, don't make nothing up. Don't do evil communication. What he's saying is the conversation that he's communicating is not being communicated. What he's saying is not being communicated. What he wants to say is not being communicated. There's been times he's went live and the footage that he's captured haven't been saved. Sometimes he's happy that he saved some of the footage. He was saying that earlier. He was like, yo, we went live earlier. I don't know if it posted, but we do have the footage. When I get back to the spot, I'm going to upload it. Right? Because that's just where you got to be at with it at this point, bro. Because who is to say? Who is to say when it's your day?
So that's the reason I'm able to transmit this message, assuming you're getting it. If you're not, I have it recorded, and I will post it after we go live.
See if you can get down and let's see inside the motor.
Does the hood come up?
Oh, the motor's melted.
The motor's gone.
It looks like the block is melted.
And what's the block made out
of? Probably aluminum.
Probably aluminum.
If it melted, yeah. An iron block usually would hold out a little bit longer.
I mean, is it possible that they're making these cars with different types of materials that just have a lower melting point? But even if they did, it wouldn't make any sense because we're in a field with just a little bit of grass.
The block is still there. It's turned sideways.
The block is still there?
But the aluminum valve cover is still melted to death.
So can a grass fire?
But how does it burn underneath the hood? That's the thing.
Underneath the hood is protecting it from heat, right?
Or oxygen.
Oxygen.
You can't get in there.
Right. So you have no combustion.
Right, and just to even give you a little bit more information, just so you can understand, cast iron forged, all these different types of iron for the most part burns around 1200 degrees. I mean, 1200 degrees Celsius. So that's double what aluminum and glass will burn at, right? So that's why you still see the car there. So now, because that'd be extremely unexplainable. They told us that with the building, that the oil got so hot that it melted everything, the beams, everything. It just fucking melted it all. So within this situation, these guys are just trying to say, yo, why is it just this spot? And how hot did it possibly get? And that's a fair question to ask, right? That's a fair question. But I just wanted to just give you guys that information while even listening to this. So the iron should be there for the most part because it's double the heat that it'll take to actually melt aluminum and glass. So most of the aluminum parts, glass parts, you'll see that it's all melted away. But if it's cast iron forged, these different types of iron, it'll actually hold up a little bit longer. It's not indestructible, right? But it'll hold up a little bit longer.
And again, if you're just tuning into this live, the edge of the fire went to that little grass. This was all just grass, no trees. You can see a couple trees right there. It just went to the edge of the sidewalk. I mean, not even to the sidewalk. It just went inside of this fence. And then it stopped right before it got to this guy's thing, this guy's house. And just to orientate you, here you can see the roadblock of the National Guard right there. That is where the fire burn area starts at the top, not the top, but of Lahaina Luna. Sorry guys, I'm all over the map here. That, if you can see that blockade, that's actually where the burn zone is. So the fire was down there, okay? The fire was down there. This is above the we're above the bypass. The fire was below the bypass. There was no fire here except for this little tiny field.
Supposedly it only started a quarter-mile away.
So we're going to go there next?
We can and go take a look.
Next we're going to go to where we think the fire may have started. This is interesting.
Go take a look.
Next we're going to
Alright, just make sure you're taking a look at the houses that he's showing you. Literally, he just showed you bro house, bro down there fixing his one of his sheds and shit right now. You're getting himself back right. But just think about it. He showed you the burn zone about a quarter mile up the street. But the fire jumped and just landed right here and just burnt this spot. It was like, yo, let me turn it off real quick. Right, so that's where the anomalies are being formed within the situation. Nobody's saying anything. We don't know necessarily. We just want to get to the bottom of it. We want a fair trial, fair investigation. Right? Is there any outside interferences? Is there? Matter of fact, one, Empress, that's super important. The chief of police is the morgue, the chief of the head of the morgue or whatever the situation? Yeah, that's what So he's doing the autopsies?
Yeah, that's what I heard, that the chief of the police is also the coroner.
He's doing autopsies?
No. I think he's responsible for letting people know when people pass.
I think the main conflict, the conflict of interest right here is where he's trying to figure out, okay, if we are trying to get to the bottom of how people died and what actually happened, right?
Yes.
And this dude could have been possibly involved in the killings of it. How can he now decide? And that's why I was saying he's doing an autopsy in a sense, but yeah, for sure he's in the head of the morgue, so he's not necessarily doing an autopsy, right? But he's involved in the processing of deciding how this person died. So they could even be burying a bunch of people in just high numbers too. That's another part of the game. They have a bunch of bodies because it just happened recently where in America, Empress, somebody, they was buried but wasn't listed. And they was trying to figure out how it happened. One situation, somebody was damn near buried alive. But in this situation in particular, I think this person died, but it was still living. So they wasn't alive, but for some reason, whatever burial situation happened, police couldn't find them. They end up, I don't know, this was like a last ditch resort. I don't know how you end up going there, subpoena, whatever the situation was. But goes to the morgue, nigga, and finds this record and goes to this John and finds this dude that they've been looking for like 5-6 years. He's been dead. Yeah. So there's these situations where I could only imagine the coroner or whoever is processing the death certificate could be like, yeah, Huh? He died. What you talking about? Nah, yeah. The fire? Nah, he ain't died from the fire. Nah. Yeah, he had a heart attack. Yeah, 8 years ago. Like, how? So, that's definitely a conflict of interest because if you actually, like I said, on the death certificate side of the game, if you literally telling me how a nigga died, and I think you may have killed him, how can you now render me the truth? And nigga, you just like, nah, I ain't kill him. Right? We seen the situation where the brother Lito said choke you out and tell you that. I ain't gonna say that word. They'll get you for that. They'll get you for that. You press that big blue button.
Started a quarter mile away.
So we're going to go there next?
We can and go take a look.
Next we're going to go to where we think the fire may have started. This is interesting too. Is this 2 weeks worth of grass growth? Maybe it is.
No, it looks like the fire mist right there.
Interesting.
But you notice that house is untouched there.
Yeah, let's just scan the houses next door so you can see for yourself that all these homes are perfectly fine. So there's no fuel to create a fire that's powerful enough. It's like if you burned your campfire next to your car and then this happened to your car next.
Well, everybody's thrown beer bottles or bottles in their fire, in their campfire.
Right.
And I mean, look at the windshield. It's almost gone in the back windows.
So does everyone just need to go take a little Wikipedia tour on the melting points of things and just do some research?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Is that a good idea? So, because I didn't know much about melting points before all this started, and I'm a skeptic when it comes to all things outlandish. But to me, this is what now seems outlandish to me. And again, if you're just joining right now, please share the video because we're trying to get the word out. What's going on in Maui? Give to the...
Hey, and if this sound outlandish, mind you, they built the spaceship out of aluminum. Y'all like looking at melting points and shit? Important parts of the space shuttle was made out of aluminum. It got a certain melting point, 600 degrees Celsius. So you can jump that up to your Fahrenheit, whatever you want to do with it. But it's not as high as gold, right? It's not as high as tungsten, not as high as steel, but steel will be too heavy, so that's why they didn't use steel. So the reason why they used aluminum was for the lightness of it and for its ability to conduct heat. 600 degrees Celsius is high. That's a pretty good melting point. But the sun is not that hot. But down here on Earth, nigga, the sun, fire just melting shit. I gotta think, I don't know, bro. Maybe, I don't know, bro. They went out of space, bro. Maybe it's cold. Maybe they didn't never get by the sun. But the sun hot, bro, I think they said, bro. This shit right here, bro, just melted all this aluminum, ran through the steel. It ain't melt the steel, but look at this shit, bro. They used aluminum to get out of space. Just keep that in mind. This shit right here weird, but aluminum weirder.
Lahaina Fire Fund, if you can. We've raised over $500,000. Every penny will go back into the hands of survivors. We're going to document it all. Don't worry. And if you want to give directly to survivors, I'm going to try to get Donovan here to give me his Venmo if he wants to, so that he can go give the money you give to him to the people that he knows that were affected. He doesn't need any money. I don't need any money. But we are trying to raise money. And the idea that I came up with, tell me what you guys think. Again, this is sort of like a public forum, if you will, for ideas. What if we create a fund called Buy Back Lahaina, and we make t-shirts, beautiful t-shirts. I've already contacted one of my favorite artists, Everything Burned, all of his originals.
That's what I do, actually.
He has 2 galleries on Front Street, all of his original work. 20 years worth of sketchbooks gone. He can't even come on camera. He's so destroyed. But I'm trying to...
Yeah. So he edited the video. I was watching it live. He had a couple of more information in it. But what happened was the guys started talking in the back. They ain't really had no podcast etiquette, video vlogging etiquette. They were just like, yo, I'm in the back talking about the situation. Yeah, I don't know why we're talking to the cam, but we right here, like, dude, right? So they never stopped for him, so I guess he cut it short. But he was talking about the Buy Back Lahaina situation, and how you wanted to technically get shirts made from a couple of designers that's local within the area just to support them. Sound like a good plan. He said he worries, what, $500,000, $250,000, solid amount. So yeah, definitely shout out these brothers doing the work, and that's the main thing I'm trying to tell the melanated folks, bro. We gotta do the work, bro. We can no longer, like I said, when I was watching the situation and I was telling Empress, I'm like, damn, they didn't get there yet. Brand up dying. I'm like, damn, they got there late. That's what I'm saying. Like, cops could get there late. They can get there. They could want to save the day all the fuck they want to save the day. If they get there, they would take them 20 minutes to get there and you die in 10. Right? It's more about negating that situation so where we don't necessarily have to call them. And even if neighbors are faster responders, right? Somebody's right next door, somebody's right across the street. We have to start getting in that vibe, that bag. And that's what he's really stressing. Like, there's no help coming. You're the help. The fact that we always think that there's help coming, we all do so little. We say, he got it. Bro, I know bro got it. He probably gonna put 50K in. I know he gonna put like 100K in.
Just imagine the Sims game where your life is kind of on a storyboard. Where you can actually see what's actually going on from like that bird's eye view. That's the most potent stuff, because people literally are just going 1,000 miles per hour, no reflection.
100% facts. And what we don't understand is that comes from the fact that we think that, like, look, he said when we was child, we thought as child. When you're adult, you put those childish thoughts away, in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that same sense, but we think that there's a government, this overseer that has our best at heart. So we just go to limits that we think that, if we go too far, they'll save us, they'll help us, they'll get us out of a bad situation.
The day starts with, all right, yesterday you upset 3 different people in your community. Today is the day where you stay inside and you consider what you'll do when you go back out there. But instead of doing that, they get up, they don't process what happened yesterday or in the just last 22 hours. So they come back the next day, no reflection, no understanding of what they actually did, how they offended, and they do the same thing over and over again.
That's the scary part.
And after a while, someone with very few words and little patience comes about them, and it's never good.
They say the wise take counsel, right? The foolish have pride. They think they know a lot. Mm-hmm. So it's the same concept, bro. If you just got this concept that you think, I said, I guess it's a knowing, right? You say, I know they're going to come help me, but somebody come and they give you wise counsel and they show you many situations. They say, well, what? They ain't helping this situation. Well, how come they didn't help right here? Well, look at Flint. They didn't really help with the water. The water situation still going on. Hey, you heard what's going on in Chicago and Baltimore? They say, the kids, none of the kids, I think, at high school level could read on grade level. And it's like, damn, what do you mean, none of the kids? None of the kids? Yeah, none of the kids. So I don't know, bro. I just think that it's a dangerous path we going down, thinking that they have our best at heart. Even when the brother Dr. Inky comes out and he says they don't put selenium in the food necessarily. That's not what they necessarily need. So you can't necessarily think people have your best at heart. That's what I was saying. White people need to have their own system. Black people need to have their own system. And if we keep on forcing it on people, like I said, there's going to be people that mingle all the time. I don't think it should be like back in the days where you think you should need to necessarily kill somebody. I think it maybe there's a middle ground of minglers, and there's 2 far grounds. Nigga. I think that's the best system in the world, right? And you can choose if you Asian, if you this, da da da. You may want to rock with those guys. Maybe those guys like you. You may want to rock with these guys. Maybe these guys like you. Maybe you say, fuck it, I just create my own little site. That makes some sense to me, bro. And then there's always going to be a middle mingle ground. Everybody that like to mingle want to mingle with everybody can mingle.
Understand your risk.
Right, but if we keep forcing this shit, bro, there's going to be people that have genetic defects. It's just melanemic, right? Their skin is not meant for survival. Their body's not meant for survival. So, like, even when I tell Empress, like, you can listen to, like, a Tucker Carlson, like, they all have this narrative, and they're very serious about it. But we know they're serious about it because we heard Frances Cress Welsing when she told us about the color theory, right? And she wrote this book, and she explained all these different things, and she said, yo, it's their genetic survival. If everybody got along and loved each other, it wouldn't be good for them.
And that's what's happening. A lot of people are being exposed to the melanated brother, and they're like, wait, he's versatile. He isn't just a thumb.
And look how this kid look. And that's what I was really stressing, bro. Like I said, we're about to end this off in a little bit, but just based on reading the Soledad Brothers, bro, and just thinking about the fact that somebody can go in there and take out 3 people and just him go. Just him. One bro. One piece of shit that killed people. This is not even like a worthy kill. Right? These 3 people could have been doing major shit. They could have been trying to just do this. They could have been fathers. They could have been mothers. They could have been anything. Right? And this piece of shit could have been nothing. He's a reject from HBCU. He couldn't get accepted there. He probably tried to go to his white school first. They didn't accept him there. He had no acceptance in the world. Then he started just making up theories in his head. And he went back and said, yo, I remember when this situation happened at the Madden event. He brought up a Madden event. It was like, yo, this is where I'm getting my fury from. But he's not necessarily a bad guy. His thing is, if I take some out, I do the race a service. That's what I'm telling you about is the scary part about this thought, because you necessarily don't know who is trying to do the race a service. That's why I was saying you got to necessarily kind of separate, because you can say, yo, black people kill black people all the time, whatever, right? Situations happen based on, okay, boom, you did that, cool. Who the fuck mess with this white boy to walk into the Dollar General and just kill 3 random people and turn a gun on himself? Y'all don't understand it. Y'all always try to put these situations, oh yeah, blah, blah. Nah, that's not what we complain about. Crime is going to happen within crime. We don't care about that necessarily. That's going to be fixed. That has to be fixed another way where there is role models and mentors and different people that bring people to the table. But who fixes the guy that goes in Buffalo and say, yo, you know there's some black people, let me kill him? Blah, blah. Yo, who fixes a Dylan Roof that says, yo, I'm in a church, I'm praying with these black people looking at them, they're so nice to me. Fuck them, let me kill them. That's the level of shit that you gotta fix. You can't necessarily fix the shit that can be fixed. Okay, stop disrespecting that man. Alright, boom, he got that shit, don't worry about him. What is it when you come to my fucking area and your whole goal is just to eliminate me because you think that my race is threatening your genetic survival, bro? Like, this is like, I don't think y'all understand the magnitude of this shit, because it's not as simple as white versus black. Right? This is something weird where you could almost think of it like the same way the Most High said you're wrestling against principalities, because most of these kids, they don't even want to do it. It's a mission bigger than them that they're doing. They just like, oh, I don't even want to do this. I told y'all what was funny to me was when I read the Buffalo kid's whole telegram or whatever that was, Discord, and he just kept fighting with himself. I don't want to do it, but I have to do it, man. You can't do it, dude. And he just, the whole fucking shit. And I don't know why they took it back. I guess I gotta go double check, see if they re-put it back up. But he just kept fighting with himself, and when he finally decided to do it, he was just like, I have to do it for the race. That's what he said. I had to do it for the race. Same thing with this white kid. And he brought up some fucking 2018 Madden situation. Y'all can just go back and look at that. I think I said it was a fucking Katz kid. Andy Katz, I think his name was. Damn, I hope I ain't throwing Andy Katz in the boat, because I know there's another name named Andy Katz. This fucking white kid, bro, the Madden situation had some depression problem. He had a little fucking crazy redneck haircut too. Not a redneck haircut. He had a Nazi haircut, bro. A little fucking crazy haircut, like a Dylan Roof type of cat. Nevertheless, that's neither here nor there. You know Oliver from Hannah Montana? He got locked up today. He committed some crimes. Oliver. Yeah, he had they had long hair. He was Molly's best friend. That dude. Okay. He was lame. Right? He was taken into custody by police in Rockwell, Texas, Saturday night after someone reported a disturbance at a local hotel. According to the press release from the Rockwell Police Department, police were called to the scene after the 32-year-old actor, who appeared intoxicated, allegedly entered the hotel and took a bag of chips without paying for the item. When Musso was asked to pay for the chips, he reportedly became verbally abusive and left without paying. Right, so this is Oliver. I'm just telling you, these people feel like they live life with nobody being able to tell them what to do. Now they start looking at you and making theories up that you have no idea is going on. That's what I'm saying. You're at war, black brothers. Niger had to figure that out the hard way. Haiti had to figure it. You have to figure it out the hard way. You can play this game. Oh, no, they like me. They like me. They cool with me. All right. Try to separate and do your own shit. No. Hey, look at the books and say, yo, the books look unbalanced. Yo, bro, why you didn't tell me the books look so crazy? The books? The books, nigga. What you talking about? The books. The books. What you talking about, bro? He like, nah, the book's straight. And he like, nah, bro, I ain't rocking with the books, bro. I got to switch it up. I'm going to bring my own little brain to check the books out. Bring your own brother to check the books out. Now you dead. Or you fucking, they exile you. And now we go on la-di-da-di-da for another fucking decade of bullshit. Then they come back in again. They always come back in again. They come back in again like some fucking Swifters. Like some Swifters. They come back in. They say, yo, bro, you remember the last dude that was here? He was doing some fuck shit. Make sure you keep sending us the money. And then the people like, yo, bro, I thought the last bro was doing some fuck shit. But now for sure I know that he doing some fuck shit. You're selling the country, fam. And then like you start seeing people wake up in Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. You see people wake up, Chad, everywhere. People waking up. They waking up everywhere. They tired of it. And what I like about what happened in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso is them bitches right back to back to back. It's like one right here, one right here, one right here. I think that's a fly setup, because the first thing I thought about, I was like, yo, you can create like a big country. You can create like a big giant country, like right there across, like, because they back to back. It's not like they spread it out and they got like hit each other up. That shit. They literally like this one country, that's one country, this one country. So that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying, when you start figuring out that people playing with you, you start figuring out, damn, I actually got an open enemy. And that's what I don't think we want to actually face with these guys, bro. Like, white people, they believe in genetic survival, bro. Y'all like mixing y'all seeds. Y'all think it's cool. You want to be cool with them. They get upset. Not all of them. Not even close to 50% of them. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Not even close to 50% of them. Small percentage of them. Making the majority of them look bad. And I've never seen, see, they probably gonna tell me about a white cop. See, I don't want to say that, but I'm gonna say it. I've never seen a good white guy stop a bad white guy from hurting a black dude. I have never seen a good white guy. John Brown. All right, check this out. I've never seen a good white guy in a situation, so boom, check this out. two people are warring, a white dude and a black dude. I've never seen a good white dude. Man, maybe nigga pull up a clip, but hey, good, pull up a clip. Maybe, but I've never seen a good white dude step in and kill that bad white dude. Say, yo, you almost killed a black brother. So what I'm telling you is, these are your enemies, because you're not wrestling with the flesh. This principality. So like, even if they come off as white and they cool, they love you, blah, 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 it's principalities. So like, majority of them. See, I put y'all back in the majority before I had y'all in the minority as far as y'all being racist. But the majority of y'all do believe in y'all race. Y'all love yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But in doing that and being recessive, it's a trick in that game where you actually have to now compete to survive. So hey, just know your open enemies out here. Keep on letting them do this Jacksonville shit. Keep on letting them do this motherfucking Buffalo, New York shit. Keep on letting them do this fucking Florida shit. Just keep on letting them do it, bro. And they'll keep on doing it. We have to change the reactions. Not because I want violence. Not because I think that people should be at war. But they should stop doing stupid shit like this. They should have a second thought. Yo, you know what? I should just suicide bomb it. Fuck it. If you gonna do something so stupid and crazy, bro, to where you walk in a store and gun people down, bro, like you killing fucking beasts. And we just read that John earlier on in Proverbs. The Most High said the wise respects the beast. We respect the beast. You don't try to kill the beast. Said the foolish man don't give a fuck. Has no morals. We're wrestling against principalities, bro. This shit is bigger than them, but they believe in it. And if they believe in the white race, that comes with some negatives, because you believe in something that's dying. So you necessarily have to be like, yo, I believe in humanity. If you want to be a good white person, that's really the only way, because your gene is recessive. After a certain amount of time, you won't be here no more on the planet. And I hate that. I hate to say it to you. I know you don't want to think about it. But stop killing black people, bro. Matter of fact, do whatever you think you should do. But black people, please, we should react differently. Because like I said, what it'll do is set a precedent. It'll set a precedent. It's like getting a president. It'll set a precedent. It's like, oh snap, I had a black president. I could be the president. Precedent. Cool. Set a precedent. They come in there, they pull their gun out, fire their ass up. Fire them up. Not because I want violence, but because I want them to stop. We all watch the bully movies where they say, yo, dude keep on bullying me. They say, yo, you got to do the most violence to him one time. And that'll be your last bully. You don't got to consistently do this. But if you try to play with him and run and tussle, you're going to be bullied your whole life. The minute that you do something that make you look other, the bully said, this bro, he don't got it together. He has principalities. It's not flesh and blood. Like, I can't really just grab him and break his bone and make him actually submit to my will. He has some type of weird principality where I'm breaking his bone, I'm taking his flesh and I'm making him bleed, but he's like, I don't care. Right, so folks, please, we got to switch it back up. We can't consistently keep on thinking they're our enemy and they keep on doing this shit, bro.
So that's a way for me to, make my legacy continue. Black guys.
Okay, can you elaborate as to why specifically black guys?
Yes, black guys are melanated, and I want my children to survive. And I know that the only way for them to survive in the future is for them to have melanin in their skin. So that's a way for me to, make my legacy continue. Black guys.
Okay, so let me step in here.
Alright, that's just called grand open, grand closing. Alright, that's just the concept, bro. It's a white woman, it's a white man, and it's not.
They're all pushing a theory.
It's not necessarily bad. It is truthful, right? This comes from Frances Cress Welsing, bro. The color theory, the Crest color theory, where she presented this fact we calling it a theory, but it should be the theorem. But she presented this fact where she said, yo, based on the hatred, based on the genetic survival, there has to be racist and white supremacy in everything within your food, within the games you play, within the videos you watch, everything. There has to be a level of it, because if it's not, how do we survive? If you start thinking to yourself that, yo, they need me to survive, I'm going to leave. They get scared. They say that this, they reverse psychology. Bro, you need us. We you gonna go back to Africa? It's dry. Ain't nothing there. They try to convince you so much. They show you propaganda. They put it in your face, because they're not willing to deal with the truth. Fresh Express wasn't 100% it, bro. They have to survive. Only way they can survive is by getting a dominant gene. I don't even want to talk about black gene. Just dominant gene, whatever that means. You know what I mean? But the recessive gene has to get with the dominant gene to further their legacy. So she grand closing. I don't know what study she did. Maybe she made this study. So, yo, some scientists out there, some white scientists, please, the cast will very much appreciate all of the white scientists, black scientists, Asian scientists, African scientists, all of the scientists that feel like they need to present their cases on this situation. They need to defend themselves against the crest-colored theorem. Stand up, raise your hand now, or forever hold your peace. Because we are now calling this the crest-color theorem. Because y'all are literally killing people just to survive. If that's how you want to rock, who am I to be mad at you? But he just went there, and his whole idea was, if I take out 4, I take out 3, and I only kill myself, I've made a number dent. I can't take out 1 and then kill myself because I've just null and avoided the killing. It's that deep. It's just that deep, bro. So we gotta kind of change our dialogue up. But yeah, Empress, I'm ready for you.
Alrighty, guys, that is the conclusion of episode 282 of the Wise Magi Godcast. We will be back. Until then, don't forget to check out our latest clips under the live tab. Also, we are back on Wise Magi Godcast. Don't forget to tune in to Black Wall Street Bets on Tuesday for our Taco Tuesday segment where we talk about currency only.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, until then, stay black, balance, logic, and knowing. And